listening to I Am Refocused Radio with your host, Shamaya Reed. This show is designed to inspire you to live your purpose and regain your focus. And now, here's your host, Shamaya Reed.
Hey, welcome to I Am Refocused Radio. We are here once again. Today, we have an amazing guest for y'all. We have our guest today, Manuj Aggarwal. He's going to tell us everything about his amazing story, from $2 a day to the boardrooms of Fortune 500 companies. This guy has an amazing story, but he's also doing amazing things. We're going to learn everything about his career and his global impact, being a thought leader who's been talking about AI. It's a hot topic right now, but he's been an expert for over 15 years and has 4 patents in AI. He has a lot of things that we can dive into, but first let's look a little bit more closer to his life story. How you doing today, Manuj?
Good, very good. Excited to be here with you.
Man, I appreciate your time, man. I know you're busy. Man, your resume is very impressive. So for the audience, kind of paint the picture a little bit about your career and just all the great things you've been able to accomplish so far.
Yeah, as you said, I grew up in India, working in a factory for $2 a day. And I wanted to do something better with my life. And at that young age, like I was 15 at that time. So I wanted to figure out what to do to change my life. And I realized very earlier on that I needed a more valuable skill, which was in demand. And it turned out to be technology. I got into computers and software, and I just really loved it, and I was good at it. And I followed that passion, started working with a lot of startups, started working with Fortune 500 companies, worked on some really impactful global projects, produced hundreds of millions of dollars in value for the clients. And more than the dollars, I saw the impact that the technology that I built had on people, on patients, on students, on the users of the software that we created. It was like tens of millions of people were impacted with the technology that we created, impacted in a positive way, because now they could do more with less or improve what they were doing, or, what have you. So that's the exciting part about technology.
You were recognized by President Obama and Bill Gates for your education and technology. So kind of tell us a little bit about that opportunity experience that you were able to have.
Yeah. So I just want to clarify, I was not personally recognized. The work that we did was recognized by President Obama and Bill Gates. So this technology that we built, it basically solved the problem of university students dropping out of their university programs. Because right now, about 30% of the university students, they drop out in the first 2 years. And the reason is because they found out that, whatever they're studying is now of no interest to them, or it is very difficult for them to connect with or relate to. So we created a technology that recommended the right courses to the right students based on their interest and past history. And the result was that the dropouts rate declined in those universities, and people were able to complete their degree programs. And that is the project that was recognized by Obama and Bill Gates. And it was obviously a huge, pleasant surprise that somebody like, these world leaders are recognizing the work that we put together. That was sort of the testament to the impact we were creating with technology.
And before we move forward, let's go back a little bit in time when you talked about your earlier beginnings. I can tell that you really appreciate education and technology. What point in your life did you say, you know what, I'm really interested in all this? And when you started to really just pursue it relentlessly?
As I said, the shift towards technology came at very early age. I was like 16 or 17, and I realized that that IT industry is going to be one of the biggest industries. And I just didn't have a lot of resources to, get the right education. But I started becoming really interested, and I started learning on my own when I was 16 or so. So this was around 1995, 96, that time frame.
And when you started to see the impact of the hard work that you put in, taking your education seriously and you utilizing the resources that you had available, I mean, that is remarkable compared to what you have accomplished so far in this industry. Paint that picture for the audience about how important your mindset and how that can carry you to new opportunities.
That's everything. A lot of people think they need a lot of resources, or they need, as I said, they need specific Ivy League degrees, or they need a lot of connections. They need to come from money, or whatever people's misconceptions are about success and what they want to achieve in life. But the idea is that if you know exactly what you want, and if you're passionate about what you're doing, then success follows. None of the qualifying constraints that people have in their mind are a factor. The only factor is what you have in your mind. What do you think you want to achieve, and how consistent you are in your efforts to go after those dreams. Those are the major sort of factors that I have recognized, obviously, in my life and in many people's lives that I have interacted with, that determines where they end up. I mean, it doesn't matter where you start, but your mindset determines where you end up.
We're talking to our guest today, Manuj Aggarwal, and you are recognized as a global thought leader when it comes to AI. What are some of the trends and developments in this technology that is being mainstream right now that you see are exciting and promising for the future?
Well, I mean, AI is everywhere now. So, and it will continue to get infused in every aspect of life. So if you can imagine the world without electricity, so AI is going to be as impactful as electricity or fire. So we are just getting started at how AI is going to be used in every aspect of life, meaning, you can expect AI will be cooking your food, AI will be driving your car, AI will be, doing your laundry in the next few years, or machines or systems that are driven by AI will be doing these things. So the opportunities are enormous. In fact, the CEO of IBM has said that AI is going to add about $10 trillion to the world economy by 2030. So that is more than 10% of the world economy in the next 7 years will be added to by AI. So these opportunities are tremendous. Wherever you look, in your own life, start using AI, start using AI to solve some of the problems that you are facing in your life. Get more productive, get more, accurate. All these things are going to lead to tremendous prosperity in everybody's life.
You being able to work with top brands, like you said earlier, Microsoft, IBM, when you're able to solve problems that really help brands not just grow, but to set themselves apart from competitors. What are some of the lessons you've learned being able to work with such prestigious brands?
See, the biggest lesson is you should know what the world needs. A lot of people, they have brilliant ideas. They, they can come up with new inventions. They can come up with new ways of doing things. But if it doesn't match what the world needs, then they fail because they are not able to sell. They are not able to make that impact. And the second thing is, many people have a lot of ideas, but they don't execute. They don't follow through on those ideas. They don't stay consistent. So all these companies that you talk about, they have two main things in common. One, they do a lot of research. They know what the world needs. They know what their their audience needs. The second thing is execution. They are relentless in executing, in doing things, in experimenting, in learning from their mistakes, and that is what sets them apart from most other people. Where they either come up with an idea and they think, oh, my idea should be the one that should give me success, but ideas are dime a dozen. Or many people, and this happens in the startup scene a lot of times, they come up with a good idea that they are passionate about, but they fail to validate it. They fail to investigate whether this product or service or idea is going to actually impact anybody else. And then that's when they fail as well, because their product doesn't sell.
Like Sid mentioned earlier, you have 4 patents in artificial intelligence, and you're author of 2 books on technology. Mm-hmm. When it comes to the 4 patents, I mean, how can people kind of read up more about your work there and learn about what you're working on?
So, well, basically, my patents are listed on my LinkedIn profile. 2 of them are in the healthcare industry. Couple of them are in education industry. So the idea is to, we used AI to solve some usual problems. So one problem was we helped students get personalized curriculums, because today, in conventional education systems, everybody gets the same curriculum. So we know that people have various degrees of expertise in different fields. So this AI algorithm, this AI system provided an opportunity for people to learn at their own pace. The second one I already shared with you, where it helped, AI helped students, finish their degree programs. The other patents are for personalized orthotic devices, which were 3D printed. So, all these technologies were very impactful, and I have listed all these on my LinkedIn profile, or you can search, Google my name. It's easy to find. But yeah, I mean, these are the ways that AI can be used to really make the right impact.
With this kind of knowledge, and everyone is kind of slowly, the average consumer or a person is starting to slowly learn about what AI is. Mm-hmm. Are you, or have you been able to go around and do speaking engagements to help educate the people to dive deeper in learning more about this?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, that's what, even this podcast is about. I've been speaking on stages, many prestigious stages. Like I spoke at a UN related event. I just got invited to speak at the Orpheum Theater in LA. Very humbling experience to be on these stages with some of the greatest minds in the world. And the idea is to share the right information with the people, because frankly speaking, there's a lot of confusion, there's a lot of fear, a lot of misinformation out there. And so my idea is to, share the right information so that people don't get scared, they don't get confused, but they actually go ahead and, start using it for their benefit.
You have in your bio, anything is possible. I mean, From where you came from, I know we didn't go deep into it, but you found yourself going to Canada. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right.
Tell us a little bit more about that statement. Anything is possible. What does that mean for your story?
See, it basically means exactly that. Like most people don't know what they want. And that is one of the main challenges that I see people face. They are ambitious. They want to change their life. They want to do stuff that nobody else has done, but they are not very clear on exactly what they are looking for, what are their goals. So I tell people that if you want to achieve something, first get clear on what you're looking for, what your goals are, and then anything is possible. Because if you're clear on that, if you keep pursuing it with all your passion, you can achieve the impossible. And I have seen that in my own life and many other people's lives. So the idea is not to think that you lack anything, you need anything to achieve something, but it's always like working on yourself, working on your mind, working on your goals, getting that clear. And if you do that, yes, anything is possible.
When it comes to business today, I mean, everyone is listening to, the gurus and the latest secret sauce. I mean, you have been able to work with, like we said earlier, some of the top brands that has ever been known. When it comes to technology of AI, are there specific AI solutions that businesses today who are still new to this can start using it to optimize their supply chain and inventory management processes?
That is true for any business. I mean, not just businesses with supply chain issues, but every type of business can start using AI. It could be, you could be running a law firm, you could be running a dentist office, you could be running a e-commerce store, you could be running a college, any kind of business that you can think of, you can start using AI, because AI is going to help you solve most of the problems that you face in your day-to-day life. And the idea is to start using it, start implementing some simple solutions, and then building on top of that, and finding more ways you can use AI to become more productive, become more accurate, become more impactful.
When it comes to the younger entrepreneurs, they may be in high school, they may be in college, they may be younger than that.
Yeah, exactly. For people who are in college and schools, obviously get familiar with AI, start using it. But I also want to say, start to learn more about human communications, start to learn more about how to talk to people, how to, interact with them, how to empathize with them. Because as AI takes over, that skill will become much, much more important.
Let's go into that a little bit further, because we hear all these things about, people using ChatGPT and all that, writing articles and whatnot. How can we, or based on your experience, what are some best practices to make sure that we are not going over that threshold of becoming too dependent on AI?
There is no such thing as becoming too dependent on AI. It's like saying that, the wheel was invented many millennia ago, and now we are too dependent on the wheel, because the wheel makes the life go around. Like, we cannot imagine the world without the wheel, without cars, without trucks. And there is no point in going back, because if we say, we are too dependent upon the wheel, and we say, let's just get rid of the wheel, what kind of life is that going to be? So it's the same thing with technology. It's the same thing with the internet. It's the same thing with electricity. It's the same thing with, medicine. Any new technology that solves some big problems will inherently get adopted in every aspect of life. So it's a misnomer. It's a misconception to think that we are too dependent on technology. If it helps us, we humans are going to use it to make our lives better.
Yeah, that's a great explanation. The reason I go there is because you hear a lot of people out there who may not be familiar with AI. They're expressing, well, how can we know if we can trust it, so to speak? Yeah.
Well, I mean, the thing is that every time a new technology is invented, it takes time for people to understand it, get used to it. So, when the printing press was invented, people didn't trust it. When the automobile was invented, people said, this is a devil's vehicle because it spewed out smoke. When the internet was invented, people didn't trust it because, you may remember, some of you may remember the fear Y2K problem had around the year 2000. So this is a usual human reaction to a new technology. But once you understand it, once you start to use it, once you get familiar with it, all this fear subsides. And then, of course, if there are any rough edges around the corner for any technology, those get addressed in time. So the idea is to start using it, start understanding it, and then it becomes easier for us to recognize the issues and work on fixing those issues.
You mentioned earlier about human psychology, and you have deep knowledge in neuroscience. Mm. How those two things together help you separate from the pack?
Yeah. Every technology that we create is here to serve humans. And so if you understand humans, that's the first step in helping you make a big impact. So let's say, if I understand technology, but if I don't understand humans, then I will be limited in my ability to serve a lot of humans. As I said earlier, if you are in school or university, the best skill that you can invest your time in is to learn human communications. So this knowledge of neuroscience, of human psychology, helps me understand what does the world need, what are the needs that they are looking for, how can I serve them best, what kind of opportunities exist today. So these are very, very critical skills that everybody can use, and especially me being in technology, it helps me even more because now I can understand the world and build solutions to fix those problems and create value in the world.
Once again, talking to our guest, Manuj Aggarwal, and people have more questions to look for more information that you have on your website. Mm. What are some of the things that they can expect to see, and especially if they find themselves that they want to do some business with you?
Yeah, so we list all the products and services that we offer. We list, our programs, how we help our clients. And of course, if you're intrigued by AI, if you're trying to learn more about it and you want to use it in your business, there's also, you can easily contact us, let us know what problem you're trying to solve. And we are eager to work with innovators who are looking to disrupt industries, who are looking to build exciting new technologies using AI.
When you look at the world today, what is one way we can use AI to better connect opportunities for education?
Well, right now, for example, education is all about a single topic. So education, let's say, you want to become a doctor. Mm-hmm. You will spend about 10 years learning a lot about the human body and how to fix it. So you will become an expert in that. But with AI, what will happen is you will be able to combine multiple fields. So you may be able to combine, medicine with dance. You can combine medicine with, nutrition, or you can combine like 2 or 3 different fields and come up with new ideas, new solutions that was not possible before, because our education system is based on specialization. But with AI, those specializations are no longer, they are no longer the dividing factor. You can start to merge multiple fields of knowledge and come up with new ideas, new solutions that were not possible earlier. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely. Man, this is a great conversation. I learned a lot myself. Once again, talking to our special guest today, Manuj Aggarwal. You can go to his website, his name, manujaggarwal.com. Once again, what's the best call to action for anybody listening if they want to connect with you or just be able to be a good resource to help support what you do?
Yeah. So, the best thing is right now we are launching a community of innovators who are interested in AI and who are looking for real solutions that can help them grow their business or, get more out of AI. And so if you're interested in that community, just reach out to me on LinkedIn. Let us know what you're trying to do, and we'll be happy to have a chat with you.
Once again, Manuj, I want to say thank you for your time, man.
Thank you so much.